Hi, everybody, and welcome to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be taking a look at Roblox. So, this has been something that's been requested from me, from one of my viewers. Also, this is just something that's really intriguing me. I'm getting kind of into looking at different businesses and industries and the such. And Roblox is a gaming platform that can essentially, kind of look at it like Minecraft, where Minecraft, you have your world, but then like a bunch of people have used like their interface to like build their own worlds or their own games and the such. And Roblox is essentially it's a platform where you can develop your own games, sell them and the such. It's very popular amongst teens, tweens, and apparently some PDFs. So, I want to take a look and so what's going on with Roblox as far as I know is that one of their large creators who was a part of their one of their creators who was very popular on YouTube, Shep, went and was reporting these creeps who were interacting with minors. And once he was banned from the platform, it became a massive media storm and included one of the Creecraft, like the largest platform or user of Roblox, then actually stepped away due to the mishandling of things, and Roblox has lost like $12 million in stock or something, or 12 billion, I don't know. So I want to take a look into what's going on, see what we can see and the such. But there's first things first. Quick reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here, all just my opinion, psychic downloads and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that, let's take a look into Roblox, and just the general energy around Roblox in the current moment and what can we see. So in the moment, okay, we are having again, negative attention, negative bad luck, bad opportunity, just negative attention. I also see this as we are falling off of our pedestal of where we once were in the past. Why is this? Because they are having karmic justice and consequences coming in for their actions. The justice system is getting involved. This is bringing a lot of bad press, a lot of bad news to them. But this is because of the lawsuits. If I'm not mistaken, there's a lawsuit that the state of Louisiana brought against them, and now it's like lumped in a bunch of other ones on top of it, because there's also this is also revealing, this is material influence, your money, how you're making money. This is like we're going to take a look into the CEO, and I'm going to want to take a look at, well, why did the company decide to, when they have been told time and time again that PDFs were a problem on their platform, that they kept them around. There's something with money here, how they're making their money, what they're supporting. Like, are people digging into voting records or voting histories or where money was donated? Because there's something really weird here. It's like we're revealing of the secrets of money and what's at the root of it all, because the unseen obstacle here is they aren't going to be able to run from these problems. They cannot move, they cannot leave, they cannot run, they cannot flee. Why is this? Because the unseen obstacle too is people are done with their platform, people are done with what they can. I am not seeing a massive like a resurgence. Like, people are walking away from the platform totally, because people are like, we're going to go find balance a different place. We're going to go find a place where we are seen, we are valued, where we are heard, and that the criticisms that we have are going to be heard. That's the beauty of what they all say capitalism is, right? That's the beauty of what's being brought. It's like you can criticize the people in power or who have money, and you can support them or not support them, right? Because we're about to get, there's also, again, hands are coming up. It's time to get uncomfortable. And it's time for things to be revealed. There's a lot of stuff that's about to, their head's on the chopping block. Because here in the past, you were making deals with the devil. And here in the future, they're just going to keep delaying the inevitable. So looking at this, I don't see Roblox changing. the type of content that they're doing, they aren't going to be changing. Or if they're changing it, it's not going to be banning content that is, I don't know, pretty much illegal. And instead, they are going to keep that content, and it's still, but they're just going to be like, oh, it's just better monitored. They aren't changing a damn thing. We're just delaying the inevitable. We're just delaying the downfall. And everything's going to be brought out underneath it. Okay, I want to take a look into these material influences that are this secret money. Because here at the bottom of the deck, it's bad luck, bad opportunity. You are bad stock options. All right, I want to take a look. What is this money that's going to be? What's with this money and being revealed? What secrets are being revealed around money here? Because what this feels like is like we're figuring out who is funding this, who are backers, why are they backing it? Like, I got questions. Because what company, I'm just going to say this, what company do you know kind of just doubles down on this type, on top, like doubles down on keeping creeps on a platform around minors? What company do you know does that? Especially with the uber conservatism of which we're kind of heading into right now. So what's this secret money plans things going on here? Someone's getting money underneath the table to ignore certain people, places, and or things. This is like, we'll give you money to do these things. Why is this? Because of the kids. From a material influence here. Someone's getting money underneath the table to keep kids accessible and free. Also, I'm just going to say this. When it comes to some minors online who, or I should say who have been using the Roblox the Roblox platform, there's, I want to say 6 or 7 children who their disappearances can be linked back to their activity on Roblox. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that's what I'm seeing. I don't know which ones these could be, but there's like 6 or 7 of them, and their disappearances can be tied directly back to their Roblox accounts, the messages that they had on there, and the such. Again, if you're a parent, or if you have nieces and nephews, educate your friends, your family, people around you about Roblox and how this platform does not protect anybody. Oh wow. Because from material hopes and fears, 3 of Wands, they're like, let's go take we just want to take this future. We want to take this forward. Also, I don't know why, but I keep getting like drawn. Like I don't know what this is outside of my window because like we don't have like a ton of light. And it's just like, there's like this spotlight. There's a spotlight that's being drawn to this that I just can't get like out of my sight. It's like there's a spotlight being brought on this money. Who is it going to? Who was it coming from? There's a spotlight and now it's gone. Spotlight being brought upon this people, places, things. Because again, hopes and fears is like we want to move forward with something. Unseen obstacles here is the Knight of Pentacles. Now we're going to get stopped dead in our tracks to do these sorts of things. Because the negative influence, we got to rethink. We got caught, so now we need to rethink where we're going. We got friction. Unseen what's going for us though? The Hierophant. We're done working with you. You got no protection. You're going down. You're going down. This is unconventionality. This is breaking of pacts, breaking of agreements. You don't have the fame, the power, or the anything in there here in the past. Because what this was is you were stuck. You weren't seeing things in a new light. Delays. Now here in the future, now you're going to have to pick up the pieces and move on with the little shattered things that you have left. What you could have had is not what you do have now. And that's kind of what's going on with Roblox and the money. their money's drying up from all avenues because they're getting caught. All alleged for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to take a look at this CEO, the Roblox CEO. How involved is this Roblox CEO with certain people, places, things? What does he all know about this stuff? Was he aware that these reports were coming in, and did he just choose to ignore them, or was this something that was hidden to him by lower management who was taking in these reports? So let's take a look at the CEO, his involvement, his knowledge with everything going on with Roblox right now. So, y'all, I think this came as much to a shock to him as it does to the rest of us. With the Four of Swords here, this is like, I had information in front of me, but I had so many other priorities that it's like no one thought to tell me that this was a major issue. Why is this here? Six of Swords, miscommunication, misdirection, not getting the full story, not getting the full picture. Because from a financial influence here, the Four of Cups, someone was just showing him the happy stuff, not the sad stuff. Y'all, I don't know if he really knew everything going on. Yeah, and he because no one reported. Everyone's like, happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. Because the hopes and fears is that now this is going to be, he's done. His tenure at Roblox is done. I think he's going to have to step down because the unseen obstacle for him is the Three of Swords, which is moving on from this. I truly do believe that he did not know the full scope of the issues. So, okay. As a negative influence now, it's Seven of Wands. You got to take your licks. You were the leader of this brand. You're the leader of this thing, and now you have to take the licks. You're the face. You're the one who's out there hobnobbing. You're the one who's taking this responsibility. So you got to do it, because what's going for you? You failed the kids. You failed to have the story. Unhappiness. Again, because you weren't seeing things for what they truly were, and here in the future, you have to break free from your vices. So I am going to grab clarifiers, and while I do this, I do want to help people understand what was going on, like how do these things work. So I used to work for a CEO, not from like a large corporation like this, but when it comes to CEOs, like the bigger a company gets, there's only going to be so much information you can take from a day to day. You're relying on your middle managers. You're relying on your C-suite to bring you this information and write those reports and bring things to you, right? What I'm seeing here is that there was a complete and utter failure of middle management to tell him that things were going wrong. So he couldn't address certain things. Like, this wasn't a major, he was not aware because people were making him not aware. People are like, well, how could he not be aware? Like, he's the CEO. The CEO is going to be dealing with many things on a lot of different days. For the majority, from what I know, again, I come from the startup world, so it's probably very different from a bigger corporation such as Roblox. But a lot of the time, they're there to just make sure to maintain money and bring in new investors. They are the face that keeps the board and the investors happy. They don't do a lot with the day-to-day operations of things. That's what they have, like, the C-suite there for. Middle managers, directors of HR and the such, and hiring. And so, like, what I'm seeing here, again, is, like, marketing, that sort of thing. He was given, sure, reports, but he was never given the full report of what things truly were, at least in my opinion here. I'm not seeing as he knew the full story, but now he has to go into crisis mode because of stuff. And one more here. All right, so let's grab these with these clarifiers here. Again, What's he going through? Did he really know? He figured it out eventually. The bell is like notifications. You're getting energy clinic communication, but it was delayed with the Four of Swords. This is delayed communication. Why is this? Because his community, his people did not communicate with him the real issues that were going on. The negative or the material influence here as well of the Four of Cups. I don't know if they had like a new project in the works, like they were working on new things, or they were trying to expand out the brand, but it seems like attention was being brought to a different place. With the coffin, it's like this is the death, this is the endings. With the Four of Cups reversed as well, this is like we're trying to get rid of the old, and so we can usher in a new. I don't know if there was a new project that he was being a part of that he was very much focused on expanding into and putting into, whether this was a merger, or I'm hearing a merger, or working on a product. He was trying to get a new deal or contract signed with a different platform. Whether this is the clothing brand, something in a different industry. I'm trying to, like, that's what this feels like. Because again, here's the death card again, hopes and fears. It's like it wanted to transform to something else. Again, endings. We were hoping to end something old to start something new. That's what his major focus was on. Not this whole weirdo stuff going on underneath. As again, the negative, the unseen obstacle here is that there's like with the magnet, it's like you have to heal from this. You have to heal, but it's also like whatever, there's like attraction, manifestation. Again, he's trying to bring something else in here, and that's what he was so focused on. Negative influence as well. It's the ending of a story with the tuning fork, which is interesting, which is alternative medicine, sound bath, clairaudience. What I'm getting here, the negative influence, is that there's a lot of noise around him right now, and he's having to deal with everything. I mean, that's part of being a CEO. What's going for him? He is drinking to numb himself to how unhappy he is or how things are going. Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever. I don't know the man, but that's what I'm seeing. Here in the past, again, you were limited by what you were doing. They were moving to something different. I don't think that they're moving anywhere different now. And here in the future, yeah, he's going to be in a cage. He's in a cage of his own design, and he's not able to get out. He's got to go down with the ship. Whatever deal he had in the works, which I feel it was supposed to be announced Q3. He was working on this deal for Q3. That just fell through. So that just went bye-bye, because now everyone's like, well, we don't really believe in this contract or this deal. And like this is probably a deal he's been working on for a few months. They've been going back and forth, getting lawyers involved, how the deal's going to work, how do we do profits, cuts, IP. And now that just went out the window. Okay, so what's kind of the future? I want to take a look at why did they get rid of Shep? Why did they take Shep, who was the one who was reporting these PDFs online to Roblox, and how things were really creepy. And then afterwards, he started reporting them to the authorities, and then he got released from Roblox. So I want to take a look. Why did they release him from Roblox? Come on. Well, from what I'm getting already, just from how the cards are acting, this was a decision that not everyone was happy with, and it's very one-sided. It was one person saying this one needs to go, everyone else saying, why are you doing this? And looking at this was not a cohesive decision, because I'm already seeing how the deck is operating, and the deck does not want to mesh. The deck does not want to mesh easily. It's like we were forced to make a consensus on Shep. So what's going on here with Shep? Why did they release him? It was a decision that we needed to make. It's not one everyone was happy with. It was the wrong decision. Now that we're seeing it in hindsight, but it was the decision we made there. Why is it? Because of the Two of Wands. We panicked. There was friction, too much fighting, and it's like, let's just get rid. This was a spur of the moment decision that someone got nervous, someone jumped the gun. We made the bad decision, because we didn't think of anything else beyond that. There was a lot of fights. From material influence, here's all these twos. They wanted to let him go. They didn't think that this was they were very unhappy with Shep as well. I don't know what there's a certain now, I don't know people. I don't know. I just don't know. But what I'm being shown is that there is a certain individual, C-suite member, whether this is a C-suite member or it was the person who was in charge. It's like this is someone who has quite a bit of power. It's either a director level role or a C-suite. Nope, it's a director level role. This director level role said get rid of him because they were feeling triggered by what Shep was saying. This is a completely emotional decision made by a director at Roblox, and it's turned into a shitstorm because they were feeling called out because of their behavior and because of what they allowed and their guilt, and they didn't like having to look themselves in the mirror. So they're like, I'm going to get rid of the mirror. Because again, hopes and fears, we want to throw this man off of his platform, off of his throne. This is also someone who's on a power trip. Someone thought that they were going to be, I'm going to get rid of this creator because I don't like how the way you make me feel. Unseen obstacle. It blew up in their faces. They got a lot bigger. Because again, the negative influence, now you have your judgment day. Whoever this director level individual is going to be let go. But I do not think they will be let go without a public, in my opinion, a public display of some shenanigans. This is not going to be fun for anybody involved if this person hasn't already been fired, because they have a lot to answer to. Again, whoever this person is someone who is probably wasn't saying the entire story to things, because again, they didn't like a mirror being shown up into their face. Just saying. Director level. Because what's going for them? This person's trapped. They cannot get out of it. They were the ones. They have the direct communication. They were the one who made that decision out of the spur of the moment. But they made that decision. Because here in the past, 6 of Cups. There's my kids card. And here in the future, 10 of Pentacles. So Shep is not going to be... Shep can't do Roblox no more. However, at the end of the day, why did they get rid of him? Here in the past, he just kept calling out too much of the kid stuff. Again, I see a director level individual. A mirror is being put up to their face by Shep, and they're like, I'm going to get rid of the mirror because I don't like the way that you make me feel, and I feel nervous around you. Here in the future, this is the downfall. This is the downfall of the empire of Roblox. Because someone made a dumb judgment call because they didn't like being called out for their activities. That's what I'm going to call it. All right. So I'm going to take a look at Creecraft. How are they feeling about Creecraft, who was a major player in Roblox? How are they feeling about him leaving the program, leaving essentially everything behind and calling this out? How are they feeling about that right now? Oh, they're very nervous. They're like, he influences the parents. Parents are what pay for us right now. Let's take a look. How are they feeling about this? Temperance card, imbalanced. I don't know these people personally, but there's been a massive offer given to him to come back to the platform. I'm seeing upwards of probably we're looking at upwards of $10 million for him to come back to the platform, to keep him quiet, to bring him back. They're like, what can we give you to have you come back and stop talking negatively about us? Why is this? Because the Hierophant, you're divorcing from us. You are stepping away from our place. Because from material influence, things are being revealed now, and you're instead of keeping in the dark with what he knows, Creecraft knows, he is now going to be putting that out there. He doesn't want to be put on blast because he's walking away. He's walking away, and they're terrified of him walking away. Because again, the unseen obstacle here. Here's this King of Cups. Here's the King of Cups, who's just like, what can we do to keep you here? This is like our CEO boogie boo, but this also feels more not just our CEO friend, but this feels like the board stepping in, being like, how can we help this? How can we stop this? I also see a director of marketing stepping in and be like, what kind of conversations can we do? What can we do? What can we do? Let's get some PR. Let's do some this. Let's do some of that. Let's figure something out here with Creekcraft. The negative influence here, though, is y'all were doing this nasty stuff. I have different passions. I have a passion for this. Y'all, there's too much steam behind this now. Also, I don't think Creekcraft wants to get put into legal contracts or legal bindings. They're going to try. I also feel like Creekcraft, for some reason, signed a legal agreement with Roblox that Roblox feels is very enforceable, and having it be enforceable gives them some sort of control over his platform or how he can speak about certain things. And I think he stepped away from a contract. Here in the past, they know, yeah, we screwed up. This is no longer a relationship. And here in the future, they're going to have to go find someone new. Creekcraft's done. How they're feeling is like, we got to go figure out a new direction, a new person, a new place, a new thing. This is not good. No bueno. Alrighty. What's the future of Roblox looking like? What is the future of Roblox looking like? What is the future of Roblox looking like? One more, three more. So that's one. Here's two. What's the future of Roblox looking like here? Three. What's the future of Roblox gonna be looking like here? Legal issues, paperwork, contracts, new deals, trying to figure out a new place to go, essentially. Also, I'm seeing a massive PR campaign. There's an overhaul of policies. There's an overhaul of everything to do. This is like, screw every other project that we're doing. It is now all hands on deck to get things in. I'm seeing 13, 14, 15-hour days amongst certain members of Roblox because it's like, we need to overhaul this now. This is like, we are on emergency level like 10 out of 10. Why is this? Because we're losing control. We're trying to maintain what we have. There's a lot of lawyers involved as well to try and maintain what they have. They're going to go after certain creators. For those who are speaking out against this, I would be highly encouraging you to be very careful what you're saying. Make sure what you're reporting on isn't speculation and that you can back it up through proven journalism or receipts or the such. Because whatever is coming down, this is going to be lawsuit heavy. Whatever people are throwing against them, they're going to be throwing against other people. As for material influence, we're going to be saying one thing and doing another. This is like a temper tantrum. It's like, you're going to call someone out for their BS, but then they're going to start calling you out because they're mad and they're angry. What's going on for Roblox? This is like a massive level temper tantrum. Because their hopes and fears is like, we don't know which way to go. We need to go back to the drawing board. This is their entire platform as well. They want to take in a new direction. However, the unseen obstacle, it's done and over with. You have to go through a death and rebirth. Whatever it is now, it will not ever be in the future. Whatever it could have been, it will never be. Because the negative influence here, the whole platform, it feels like, is getting nuked. It's a passing phase. It's getting nuked. It's gone. It's bye-bye. It's gone forever. I hope you didn't have stock in Roblox. Because the negative, because what's going for them here, again, this is like, we're going to be throwing out lawsuits against everybody. Roblox will probably go back private is what I'm seeing. Either they'll bankrupt or they'll privatize. That's first thing. Second thing, with the Knight of Wands as well, it's just like saying one thing, doing another. They're just lashing out right now and doing whatever they can. What if they're going to shut people up, if they're going to enforce contracts. Like there's a lot of lawyers and lawsuits that are being threatened at this time, because in the past we have a stockpile of money for what we have, and here in the future we're going to go after people legally. Again, be careful what you're saying about Roblox, how you're speaking about it, who's speaking about it, and making sure that you have your sources correct. There's going to be some people who are going after there's going to be lawsuits, not from Roblox to others. And more lawsuits are just going to getting thrown at Roblox. Again, I don't see them, they will no longer be a company in 5 years. Even if they make it that far, I'd be really impressed. So that's what I'm seeing here for Roblox. I hope you didn't put stock into it. If you got games there or you're a dev there, sell what you got now. If you can convert whatever Robux you got, do it. And then just take everything you have off that platform. I do not see it staying long. Find a different platform if you can to build games, develop your base, go somewhere else if you can. Because this is not a long-term viability for anybody involved. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling. If y'all enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions down below. Did you guys know about Roblox and everything that was going on? Did you know how prolific it was or how massive this is about to get? I would love to hear if you guys knew about it or if this is the first you're hearing. So, if y'all also, if you want to book a personal reading with me or join YouTube members to see videos like this early, you can do so using the website links and links down below in the description box or the pinned comment. Again, if this little deck, this little symbol oracle, sunrise oracle, is for purchase on my website, if you want to get your own copy, great for doing these things. So otherwise, thank you again so very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So thank you and bye.